Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahwashai, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahwashai. And salutation to all your sincere Akimani that are pushing this gospel in all righteousness and in all sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so this is going to be the title of this video is something along the lines of abomination. You're just going to title it just abomination, okay? Because while I was at camp, right, I wanted to try and go into the word a little bit during camp, but I didn't, right? Because I said I did listen about it, and I go into it a little bit more. So I've been doing a little digging around, and alright, now I feel like I have enough information to actually do this lesson, okay? So what I'm going to do is just going to go into this word a little bit, okay? Because something actually interested me in the etymology of the word, okay? So that's what I'm actually basing this lesson off of. So I'm going to just start from there, okay? So this is the etymology of the word abomination, and it reads: abominable thing or action, late feeling of disgust, hatred, loathing. Right? Abomination or horror, repugnance, disgust, and from Latin abominationem, abomination, noun of action from past participle, stem of abominary, shown as ill omen, from ab, off, away from, plus omen, okay, stem of omen. And basically, what it's trying to say is that the word abomination, is a compound word between two words, ab and omen, right? Because when you put a title ab in front of anything, it means not, it means not different, it means not, so like abnormal, not normal, so now you have abomination, okay? So what you have there is a compound word between ab and omen, and you know that the word omen, it means prediction, okay? So that's why it says here, all right, this bottom part, okay, when it goes into the Latin etymology, that it is a past participle stem of abominary, which means to shun as an ill omen, okay? That's the definition I was going to base it off of, because if the word abomination goes back to omen, goes back to prediction, it basically means that that aside from abomination being something that's basically and I'm going to get the definition of it right now. So let me get the definition from abomination. I don't want to say it without making a mistake, but let me get it from here. Alright, abomination, an abominable act, a disgusting vice, a despicable habit, the feeling of extreme disgust and hatred, a state that excites detestation or abhorrence. And that is basically definition of going into abomination, just something that is not done because it is because it is a disgusting act, it's a despicable, vile thing to do, okay? So now, if that's just basically what an abomination is. If you go into the etym, it speaks about what to shun as an ill omen. In other words, to shun as a bad, it's to shun because because that action is a sign of something. There's a sign of something bad happen. It's a sign that something bad will happen. Okay, it's a sign that a bad, because that action would end in what a bad result or a bad, because it is a bad sign, okay? So when I was reading that, just led me to believe, just led me to think that, okay, that since this is what it is going into, I think I need to blow by those, but anyway, because this is what it is going into, okay, that's now it's making me think about how you had the first world, okay, the world, before the flood. You had Sodom and Gomorrah, you had Canaan, okay, you had all different kingdoms, okay, you have this kingdom as well about to be destroyed. And why is that? Why and the reason for all that is because because they were all abominable kingdoms, okay? They stood for abomination, and they performed various acts that were abominable to the Most High in these kingdoms, okay? The first world, okay, before the flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, Canaan, okay, all Nineveh, with the whatever kingdom that was destroyed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, even the kingdoms of Babylon, the kingdom of the Medio Persians, even us too. Okay, our own kingdom, okay, the kingdom of the Hebrew Israelites, the same thing happened because they performed all these acts. Because we know that all sin is abominable before Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So with that, I'm going to get the precepts real quick, okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18. It's like I have to do my nose a little bit. It's still getting uncomfortable. Alright, I'm back, okay. And now this is the book of Leviticus 18. Because before I went to go and clear up my nose, I said that I was going to get the book of Leviticus, the 18th chapter. Okay, so this is the book of this is the book of Leviticus 18 from verse 25, and it reads, "And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which are before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out also, Salakia, when you defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you." So this is going into what? No, before we came into the land of Israel, okay, the Canaanites that were inhabiting it at that time, they were committing all kinds of wickedness, okay, and you can go into all the the wicked acts that they committed were the reasons why many of the laws that are in the scripture right now were created, okay. So you had the cross dressing, you had homosexuality, you had adultery, you had incest, you had all these you had idol worship, you had sacrifice, human sacrifice. Okay, you had like I'm thinking of other things that they did, but these are just to name a few. This is just to name a few. Okay, and that is why and that's why we are in the state that we are in right now. Because, like I mentioned before, our people also fell because what we joined to these people. Okay, we joined and started committing. The scripture said we went after the ways of Baal. Okay, we started committing the same abominations that the Canaanites were committed, and because of that we received the judgments for committing that wickedness. Okay, for committing these abominations. Because what? All the actions that are against the scriptures, okay, all the actions that are against the laws, the sins, the iniquity, the transgressions, they are all abominations, okay, and these are the results of it. This is the result of it, okay, destruction. That's why we are now destroyed as a people, okay. So abominations and allowing them to thrive, especially building your kingdom around them. And you know that right now I'm speaking of Babylon the Great, okay, where what you see all the wickedness I just mentioned right now. That is basically how this kingdom is built and how it thrives, by uplifting this wickedness and claiming that okay, the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is wickedness, okay, that the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is evil, that the righteous order which the Most High has set up the earth on, the laws of the Most High, which all that what we are all under the dominion of, okay, that is wrong, and is he has made it so that abominations are committed, are normalized in this kingdom, something that you should abhor, something that you should not even allow in your presence. That's why the scripture said that word, that you should shun evil, that you should it's like I meant not shun evil, it's like I meant you should keep evil out of the land. That's why what many of the laws ended with the death sentence or ended with exile, because the most important thing was not allow the evil to fester and to grow and become a big problem, okay, because it all starts small. You have to nip that's why you nip it in the bud, okay, you stop it, you make an example of the people that do all these things. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, to make an example, okay, so that throughout history, okay, when people see Sodom, when people see Gomorrah, when people see the ruins of it, when people see the ruins of the city, they remember that Sodom is not allowed, okay. That is wicked, okay. Or for example, Jericho was supposed to be left as a monument, a testament to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's power, that he could destroy, to show how he could destroy a great city, that no wall is safe, that no wall can protect you, nothing can save you from the eyes and from the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. right? But ultimately, ultimately, all those signs now are being ignored, and wickedness is allowed to run rampant in this kingdom. So it is not going to be surprising how it will end up. Okay, how the state of this kingdom will end up. Okay, that's why we are, it's in the state that we're in again, because once again, as I was saying, the wickedness of, ultimately this kingdom will be judged as well. Okay, but we know that ultimately what, that all iniquity, okay, all sin will lead to judgment and destruction. And that's why you see earthquakes, that's why you see volcano eruptions, that's why you see murders, that's why you see mass murders, animal attacks, okay, all various things happening all over the earth. And these are all judgments from your Hashmi or Shai against the wicked, okay. And I have to bring out a precept just to, because I don't want to go and start mentioning all the kind of judgments that can fall on people, and forget anyone, okay. So best to bring it out from the scriptures. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28, and it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has angels, okay? He has spirits that are devoted to what? To giving out, dishing out judgment, administering judgment for the wickedness that, right, goes on in good, for the wickedness that goes on in the world. Now, once again, there was a time when people understood that whenever misfortune fell upon you, even something as simple as a stomach ache, it was judgment for your judgment from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for all the sins that you have committed. So you knew, okay, to get right, because that's basically a warning, right, for the rest of the people that are on the earth. That's why you had Yahushai to speak about the people that Pilate slaughtered, the people that Pilate killed while they were performing their sacrifice, or the people that the Tower of Siloam fell on. Okay, because these are all examples. When you see all these things, as the scripture says, you will hear and you will fear. All right, it is made to put fear in your heart. It's made to to put fear in your heart, to get your spirit right. Because when you see how people get messed up by how about Shmi or Shai, you don't want to be in that state as well. So now, so now you have so it's basically motivation to make you want to keep the law. Okay, to make you not want to allow evil to fester. That's why that's why at least the righteous of our people, they were eager to keep the law. They were eager to follow the ways of Yahweh Shemi or Shai, because what, they feared the Most High. They loved him and they feared him. Okay, so they had double, reason upon reason. Okay, ample reason. Okay, no reason not to keep those laws. Alright, so this book of once again Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 29, fire, and you see the fires that are even up to this day, in places like California, places like Australia, you see forest fires happening. Okay, that's all judgment once again. Okay, right, I have been Esau that sent it, but ultimately, who is the one that signs off on these things? If Esau wanted to send out a forest fire, do you think these devils will be able to do that? If Esau wanted to send out a forest fire and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was not with it, do you think these devils will be able to do anything? The same way that Esau wants to destroy the prophets, okay, wants to destroy us that are on the highways and byways, but the Most High is not with it. Alright, so Esau is not going to be able to accomplish anything. Fire and hail, and famine and death, all these are created for vengeance, and that should jump to you, death. So even death is judgment, just simply the act of dying. Okay, whether it's a brutal, horrible death, or even just peacefully passing away in your sleep. Okay, because if you are righteous, and if you are, and what, I have to get that. Okay, because you should know that if you are righteous, if you are perfect in your Yahweh, you will not taste death. Okay, your body will not be able to, your body will not die off. So let me get that. So okay, no, this is not it. I think that's Genesis the 6th chapter. And that's not it. I think Genesis chapter 5. I'm trying to look for it. Okay, no, that's not it. Yeah, wait, that's not it as well. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Genesis 5 and after from verse 19. And Jared lived after he begat Enoch 800 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 960 and 2 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 60 and 5 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with the Most High after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 360 60 and 5 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for the Most High took him. And that is basically it. Okay, if you are sinless, if you are truly righteous, okay, that's why we are hoping to be of the hopeful elect, okay, because you know that we will not taste of that death, okay, we know that we will not be, that our body, our body do not, our spirit do not taste of that death, okay, we know that that we will just be taken up by how Bashim Yahshua will be converted into a spiritual body. The same with Elijah, okay, the same with Elijah, the same with our Lord Yahweh, the same with Enoch, okay. This is what happens to people that are completely sinless, okay. They just get what translated, and that's why we are grateful for the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, because he has given us that opportunity, to get in that position. All right, now, it's like I have to continue on Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Right. So if you commit sin, if you continuously, without repenting, okay, without a fear or regard for your how about your shy, you live an abominable lifestyle, which is what you live in, and you do things against the Lord of your how about your shy. You are wholly given to this world and the loss of this world, and all the wickedness that comes, with this, with this world, idolatry, witchcraft, you know and etc., and etc. And then all these things, any of these things can fall upon you, depending on what the Most High has in store for you, okay. Whether it's fire, whether it's heal, whether it's famine, whether just simply putting you to death, a heart attack, or a heart attack or a stroke, and you just instantly get you to drop dead, or a brain aneurysm, something like that, that just kills you, just instantly like that. Animal attacks, okay, even just getting shot, or getting even or getting cut in half by a sword, because that still happens to people. Right, all and these things are what being as spirits, being roused up by how Bashmi, or try to do all these things to take vengeance on people, okay, because what the vengeance is being taken by the most time, because you refuse to follow his laws that he has set on the earth, and now he will take what his vengeance for your wickedness, okay. So anything that is against our laws, that is an abomination, and there is no way you can commit all these acts of wickedness without facing judgment, no matter how long it takes, okay, whether it's in this life, or whether you have to be born back, whether you have to come back again in another life to receive that judgment, okay. At the end of the day, you will still face it. All right, so that's just what I wanted to go into concerning this whole abomination, concerning the whole thing, or rather the word abomination. So with that, I'm just going to end this lesson right here. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Rachak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal Shalawam.